Nation and mining family, what's going on? What up, all you happy hashers out there? Hopefully you're having a great week. That's right, I hope everybody is, and while you're having that great week, smash that lizardy like button, subscribe if you're new here, hit the bell notification, and for you OGs, double check to make sure that, YouTube didn't just turn them off. We know how they roll. We've seen a thing or two about a thing or two, right, guys? Yo. Hopefully everybody is having a wonderful day and all that good stuff. Let's kind of rock and roll right into today's topics. Should have set up this first one over here the way I usually do it. I don't know why I have it backwards today. What was I thinking? All right, here we go. Bam. So, Trading View, here we go. It's free tools for you guys. I mean, it's totally free. You don't even have to buy anything. I don't even have I have a free account. That's free account there. But, NASDAQ's pulling back. S&P 500's pulling back. The dollar index took a little hit, but not bad. Dow Jones Industrial Average pulled back 1%. And the Russell 2000 pulled back a little over 2%, guys. Yo, check that out. So this is all on the cusp of Jerome Powell raising the interest rates by 25 basis points. We're about to watch banks implode. There are more banks that their stocks are now dropping off a cliff, and it's looking like they may have a liquidity problem going on. And we all know that the SEC and other entities, they're going to be like, oh, this is their fault. It's like, bro, you're manipulating the money. And they're trying to run a business off of your manipulation. And you manipulated them pretty badly, and it's about to screw them over. There are 197 banks that are in dire straits. The second biggest bank already blew up. We've just had a double top. Silicon Valley was a big one, and then First Republic. That is now the second largest bank to fail. And it's their fault, bad management. It's like, if you stop manipulating the numbers of, currency, they can make better arrangements. My opinion, you stop inflating the money, and a lot of the problems go away. But I'm a radical, I guess, right? What up, Rude? What up, John Germain? What up, Crypto Bedell? Automatic Boots. We got Alex Pyra, Jason the Tiger Osborne. What's up, everybody? I see y'all in here. And with that, too, we are watching that Bitcoin. That sweet obesity bit looking like it is trying to discover a new low. Let me get some of my stuff out of here. Let's remove that one. And we'll go ahead and remove that. So it looks like we kind of just did like a dead cat bounce. I would say that 27,000 is probably going to be our ground floor here, guys. If I had to take a guess, could be up a little bit higher than that. We could be looking at 27.2, 27.5 ish, being a mini support zone. It's what this slid down, basically bounced off of and came back up. I mean, so I'm kind of thinking that. Otherwise, we are going to be retesting the 26.5 because the 26.5, we knocked off that level 3 different times. If we go sailing through that, we're back in bear market, guys, and we're probably going to bring ourselves back into the old support zone. And that will... And that's kind of like a weird situation considering that you're watching all this hash rate starting to come online. The mining, according to all the Bitcoin miners, they're signaling bull run. Price action is saying bear market. I would almost sit there and say I would guess that we're probably looking at this as being a little pullback before we start really rocketing off. That's just my opinion, my 2 cents on this on that. You know, could this be an oscillating wave? Because if this is going to oscillate out, it usually rocks out after a couple oscillations. And the oscillations should tighten up in here, which would be a signification of the market actually trading sideways. So if you start oscillating and the band tightens up, usually that oscillation pops to the upside. Historically. And I'm not talking about just in Bitcoin markets. I'm also talking about traditional markets too. Usually when you see an oscillating wave that tightens up, it usually tightens up to the upside. It's the bulls and the bears fighting each other. Usually the bulls have a little bit more momentum behind it. And I would probably argue that that's what we're looking at, which is going to be us trading out sideways a little bit longer. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's like when in doubt, zoom out. You know it. And this is looking at the daily on it, right? I mean, we can sit there and look at the monthly. Oh. Right? If you look at the monthly, that's bull run. We are doing amazing. Look at this. We're about to put another big candle in. Look at that. Oh, this is amazing. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good months. We've came out of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a 13 month drop. We're now coming out of it. And if you look at, you see how I got this, my red line right here? This is like, I kind of put this line out in 2018. I was kind of looking for like a median value to Bitcoin. And I was applying a lot of the charting that I understand, right? And with this being stated, it cuts right in. This is a bubble here. It came back down, and now we're right on that median line. We're actually above that median line, and that's okay too. You can plus or minus a percentage amount, but it's like it always should return back to the median line. Anything too far above and too far below will return back. So now we are finally looking at the potential of a bull run, guys. Considering we've had five consecutive months printing green candles, that's usually a good sign. So on the zoomed out perspective, amazing, right? When you go on to the daily, like I like to look at, you look at the daily on this. Oh man, I didn't even have that on here. Dang it. We're not seeing any chart. My bad. I hit the wrong button. Ugh. Oh, I hate when I do that. Let me go right on back to the 1 month here. So, as you can see, I was trying to. This was the red line that I was talking about. That the kind of median average price point, and we are right on that. A little bit above it. We're doing good. This is all bubble territory up here. We fell down below it, and returned back to the median line, and we drew support from it. I know. Imagine that. But when you look on the daily, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. There you go. And then when you look out onto the daily, you see a lot more noise on the daily, But according, we've had 13-month drop. We are since then, we have been just going higher and higher. And we need to have a zone to set up another support level. This is a healthy market movement to me, guys. I'm just saying, very healthy, guys. So what if we're not at that $30,000 level and continuing to go up? Banks are imploding. Wait for it. This is not financial advice, but wait for it. I'm just saying. If you know, you know, right? But let's go ahead and check out some hardware. Now that it's just kind of waiting for all you awesome people to kind of come on in before I dive on into things. Yo. So, Intel employees hinting on Battle Mage and Celestial process nodes. That's exciting news. It shows that Intel is not abandoning the GPU market. They see value in it. Their GPUs aren't bad, really. I'm just saying, they're not bad. But the leaks have been coming out that, worked on a 4 nanometer project, worked on a 3 nanometer projects, entire discrete graphics chips. So we've got 3 and 4 nanometer projects. Look at that. They're pushing their node processing further than their own CPUs. Pretty interesting stuff. So we've already seen the A lineup, the ARC lineup. So next we're going to be seeing the Battle Mage, Celestial, Druid, and then they're hinting at one with the letter E. So it looks like they're going to go through the alphabet, and it looks like it's going to be like kind of like old school, kind of like gaming style themes on there. I like it. It's pretty cool. I know, I'm a nerd. So this stuff will be, I'm hoping the Battle Mage will be coming out here maybe next year, maybe at the end of the year. That would be really cool to see the Battle Mage actually come out at the end of the year. But again, I would rather see it come out as a little bit more polished than the ARC series. The ARC series seemed to have a lot of issues with its own software. It looked like they launched it, and basically everybody that purchased an Intel GPU was open beta testing GPU, giving them more real world data. Is that also a reason why their GPUs were cheaper? Maybe. That they were giving a discount because they knew that it was going to run like poo. But since it's been out, they have refined the software on there. They've made a lot of updates with the drivers, so it does perform up to standard for a GPU that can do pretty much anything that AMD and AMD and Nvidia can do. outside of like ray tracing, 4K, 8K. But if you're looking for, most people are 1080p performance, the Intel lineup is going to be an amazing GPU, good value proposition for what you're getting. And slowly but surely, they're coming into the mining scene a little bit here and there. Not that I'm telling you to go run out and grab a whole bunch of these and start mining on them. They do still need refinement. It's just, the support is starting to come out there. I love it. I'm not going to like I said, I'm not going to dog on Intel. I might be an AMD CPU guy. But when it comes to them getting back into the market with GPUs, we got to be encouraging them. Give them feedback so that they can make improvements, because they haven't been doing stuff like this for over 20 years. So that's why I kind of cut them a little slack. But it's really cool that they've got it on a 4 nanometer and a 3 nanometer die set. So cool, excellent. We're going to see more of them, and hopefully mining will become very good soon for them too. And if you guys are looking to buy new 3070s, they are, for the first time, below MSRP. Oh man, I don't have. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're cheering for below MSRP. How pathetic. It used to be, I remember those days where MSRP was something that was never thought that you would ever pay. That was what the manufacturer suggested you to pay. And then the retail sellers would give you a decent value compared to MSRP. Now we're cheering for them to finally drop stuff down to MSRP. So since the debut, the 3070 and the 3060 Ti were among a very popular sweet spot for pricing during the whole GPU height of the market. It wasn't too ungodly. I mean, it was still very expensive during the whole mining craze when these 3070s and 3060 Ti's were coming out. Everything was freaking expensive as all get out, yes. But compared to other GPUs for what you were getting performance-wise, not bad. But for the first time, we are seeing a 3070 Zotac being sold for below MSRP. So you are looking at $499, guys. I think they are MSRP at like $599. Yeah. What up, network boots? What's up, my dude? What is going on? So it's pretty pathetic that we're cheering for this, but I mean, it does help that they are finally dropping their prices down, considering that, let's be real, they need to get rid of the product. They don't want to hold on to that product any longer. They just they got the 40 series that just launched. Damn well the 50 series will be coming out and by next year at least. So we'll be looking at these GPUs consistently dropping in price as vendors are now just trying to blow it out of their inventory. Better to drop the price than sit on it, right? There's going to be a point where they won't be able to give it away without people still complaining. So it is what it is. I don't think that I think it's more of a nothing sandwich. The BioStar at 452. Let's see here. That one's not in the United States. It doesn't look like. Yeah, some of these are not from the United States here. Uh, so you got a few different options that we wouldn't see normally here, but yeah, you're seeing the pricings coming down on these bad boys too. So soon the good GPUs will come down, because let's be real, a 4070 has less performance than the 3070. Which one has the better value? If you are just mining on it, 3070 is going to have better value, hands down. So we might be getting into a position where these GPUs are going to be a better value proposition for us miners, especially as the pricing start coming back down to earth. It's amazing. Amazing. Glad you're doing good. Glad you are doing good. And Neptune makes a splash, but bump, with a high price tag. A 4070 on the market for $829. It is going to be a hybrid, as you can see here. Japanese GDM that iGame RTX 4070 Neptune OC is now available. This high-end SKU based on the most powerful PCB, blah blah blah. But you know, you're going to be looking at getting a 240 mil radiator on here, which will be more than enough to cool this whole bad boy down. You can see the copper heat plate, this distribution plate, so that's the vapor chamber, guys. And it's got a little heat pump right above the core itself, wicking away as much of the heat out of there as possible, for $829. So, I mean, if you really think about it, if you really think about it, and you're going to water block, right? If you're like, hey, I'm going to water block my GPU, this is where the value proposition comes in, right? $500, let's say $550 on the GPU, right? And then you're going to go to EK and you're going to get their water blocks, or you're going to go to Belkin and you're going to get their water blocks, and you're going to be another 200, 250, about, I would say about $200. That's, you know, about a going rate of it. $200 to have a your water block to go on there. So and now you've got to take it apart. So you got $200 plus your time. Remember this, it's your time. And then you got to get a radiator. That's usually another $100, right? So now you're $300 in on this $550 GPU. So we're at $850 and you still need a pump. So if you're going to be water blocking this bad boy, this is actually not a bad value proposition. And you get an all-in-one unit if that's what you're wanting to go down. Since the 70s and 60s are the mid-tier, rumors NVIDIA is intentionally making worse, forcing gamers to pay up a tier. That is the rumor, Kyle Rosa. I will agree with you on that one. That is the rumor that I have been hearing. Is that if you want a better gaming experience, stop being poor. That's NVIDIA's message. Stop being poor. If you weren't so poor, you'd be able to have amazing gaming experience at a mid-level tier. That's fine. AMD can sit there and scoop up all the mid-level tier stuff and give them damn near top tier performance of NVIDIA. And then now we've got Intel coming into the mix. Bro, just saying, I have no issues with NVIDIA being, NVIDIA being pushed off to the side because they're making garbage GPUs that are worse than the previous. Like they did this years ago, back in the 400 series. They like the 300 to like 600 series for Nvidia were some goofy GPUs that were like barely like any kind of performance bump over the last generation. And they were basically refreshes of the last generation too. It's not like AMD was the first one to go from the RX 400 series to the RX 500 series, and it was the same architecture. So, I mean, this almost seems like a repeat. And during that whole repeat series of where they were just kind of making bad value propositions, the gamers spoke and they all piled on to AMD. And that's where AMD came up in market share. If Nvidia wants to go down this route, there are two different manufacturers that'll be more than happy to give you a better value proposition. You're paying your hard-earned time for hard-earned dollars. You're trading your hard-earned time for dollars. You want to make sure that when you're spending your dollars, that you get the best bang for your buck. And the 4070 series and the 4080s almost don't seem worth it. It's like grab the 4090 and stop being poor. Pay $1,500 for a proper GPU. I mean, I can always understand the 70 class was, your mid-tier your mid-tier card. Cool. So I couldn't sit there and put my graphics on the nightmare mode. Who cares? Let me put it into high graphics mode, and I'm cool. Give me decent viewing. Give me decent frame rate. My frame rate shouldn't suffer. But now they're making cards that are considerably just a sidestep of performance. It uses less power. I don't know what Nvidia is thinking about what they're doing on there. It more and more looks like they're doing a money grab. I don't agree with it in any way, shape, or form. But that's my rant of the day on that one. But yeah, if you guys are looking to grab a card, you can be easily $850 to $1,000 to do a custom EK system. Just so that put that into perspective. If you're looking at a card that's a $550 card being priced out at $829 with a radiator, fans, and a pump on there, I think this is a good value. With that being said, the performance is garbage on it. I wouldn't recommend anybody grabbing a 4070, but if that's what you're wanting, and you're going to water block it anyway, this is probably the better option. That's just me. And I would never this one will give you a little giggle, guys. So talking about the RX 500 series, man, I never thought I would see this, and I saw it. I laughed. I laughed pretty good. FA in the chat if you're laughing when you see this. Radeon RX 500 GPUs as a keychain. FA in the chat if you're laughing, guys. I'm just saying. I thought I'd never see the day. Dude, this is pretty funny. This is pretty funny. That we are seeing, and they even included memory modules on here too. I would suspect that these are like your RX 584 gigs, if I had to take a guess. Uh, these cards are left with 2 remaining modules still attached to the board, but neither of the GPU nor the memory are in working order, guys. So these are bad chips, whatever. Cool to I love to see that they are not just e-waste and they are being sold. They did it with NVIDIA. I haven't seen them do this with GPUs in a long time. So hilarious, guys. Pretty much, if you wanted to grab these, I think they're on the Asian market for $5. It's kind of like one of those, almost like a gag gift that you can give other mining people, giveaways and stuff like that. I almost would like to grab one. One of the sellers on the Chinese secondhand platform is offering the RX 580 GPUs, but it's they've been milled down and stuff like that, so they don't work no more. But what I would love to do on that is actually lap the die and expose the substrate underneath this, and then have it as a keychain. Take this silicon layer off of it, and then you get to see all the cool artwork behind it and polish it really good. That would be me. And I was talking about, like there'll be a point if they don't start lowering the price of the 30 series GPUs that they're going to have to start giving them away. Well, speaking about giving away GPUs, a limited RTX Arc promotion from Japan, guys. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Japan retailer NTTX is planning to do a giveaway Intel GPUs with select purchases of 4090 graphics cards. This promotion will be limited in quantity to just 5 units. However, it's a fact that we rarely see bundles that include 2 cards. According to the report, the Japanese media, the report will apply to the Asus RX 4090 TUF Gaming OC, a very popular model of the flagship NVIDIA GPU. The retail to offer the ARC A750 limited edition to the first 5 customers. Starting, it already ended and stuff like that. I kind of came across this. It was pretty. I laughed a little bit at this one because I was like, "Wow, are they just trying to give them away so that they can give this GPU away to somebody else, or they try to sell it for them because they can't get rid of these things?" I mean, it's only 5 GPUs, but if it's the only 5 that left of units of this GPU that the manufacturer has on, or this vendor has on hand, good way to get rid of it. I mean, if you already made your money back on it or whatnot, hard to say. Hard to say. Knowing my luck, I'm the type of person that would not win. I'm just saying. I don't have that winning vibe all the time. Every once in a while I have it. Every once in a while. But a lot of times I'm not a tech man. That man's got a lucky horseshoe that he rubs before he sits there. He's like, I'm gonna win. On his lucky horseshoe. So yeah, GPUs are being given away now. We all know that the Arc lineup is the Alchemy lineup is not the most popular one yet. Kind of launched, was a little abysmal. Maybe the Battle Mage will be a little bit better. I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Talking about a launch here, Zen 5 mobile lineup leaks out. Strict Point, Strict Halo, and Starlark and Fire Range. Moore's Law is Dead has shared some new information about the AMD Zen 5 architecture possibly the first and biggest leak on the architectures thus far. So since Zen launch, we all know a lot of the information that has come out for a lot of this stuff. The Strix Halo, 16 core, 32 threads, Zen 5, an early Cinebench R23 benchmark, 12 core, above 28 watt models, 8 core below 28 watt models, 6 core below 28 watt models are also currently planned. 40 compute RDNA 3 plus, 32 megabytes of Infinity cache on there. 40 CU models are expected with complete 95 watt 4070 laptops, 256-bit LP DDR5X memory controllers, 40 top AI engines. For 2025, we got the Kraken and Escher. These are listed as the mainstream segments. However, he had little info on them, and it's an old slide that they were looking at. So, a lot of cool stuff that's going to be coming out. They usually bring out, AMD likes to test out on the low watt variations first. They'll bring it out into laptops, and then we'll see it launch out mainstream. So be on the lookout if you guys are looking to upgrade processors and continue mining more efficiently on Monero. Zen 5 might be the way coming out here. We might see some pretty significant computational compute units for the cores on there, which will make it a lot more efficient for Monero. So, bam. Yo, what up, Integra guy? He's like, this place is like a crypto anonymous meeting. Cryptoholics Anonymous, yep. Hi, I'm Nemesis. I have a YouTube channel, and I'm addicted to GPUs and hash rate. Cryptoholics Anonymous. Too funny. Oh yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to this. The Halo and Starlark is said to be the ultimate mobile platform. Should be launched in the second half of 2024, as long as there's no bugs that they've discovered along the way, and they're able to launch on time. So we're likely to see this powerful APU in mobile laptops that will not require any discrete GPUs. Also, that'll be interesting stuff. Would I mine on these ones? If I got the laptop, if I had a laptop that had it in here, I would mine on it, but not permanently. I would just check out the hash rate and see what it is. Now, granted, these are lower watts, a little bit, probably about 20 watts to probably about 59 watt CPU cores, depending on which variation you got. More cores means more power. Just kind, and they're trying to keep it around that 28 watt area, but I would say that under heavy compute load, on the 12 core, you're probably upwards of near 60 watts. But they try to keep the wattage down on the mobile variants because of the fact of battery life. Less wattage means longer ability to be able to utilize your laptop. It's less wear and tear on the battery itself because you're not going through so many charging and discharging cycles. All that stuff takes a bit of a hit on everything. All right. And guys, you remember me telling you not to grab the X3D chips from AMD. I said, if you're going to grab a CPU, grab a 7800, a 7700, a 7900, but do not do the X3Ds. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, haven't seen it, here you go. Bam. So they seem to burn up a little bit here. And yeah, it burnt up. It bubbled onto the board and actually bent the pins on the board. So it damaged the socket. God knows that the board's good anymore at this point. But, it's like you can see right into this little region. I don't know if you guys, if you're on your cell phone, it'd probably be really hard to see. But you can see that the chip itself got so hot. And it's a power issue. It is not a specific manufacturer of the motherboards themselves. It is just the way that this thing is being let out. The temporary fix has been people pulling power off of this. It has happened to people who have tried to boost this thing a little bit, and then it's happened to people who have just socketed this thing in and let it rip. And it did not last long. And you'll see the temperatures and everything go up even in idle state. And it's sad that it's happening. I hope that AMD is able to figure out a solution to this. But I'm definitely not a fan of the X3D chips, and this just solidifies me not wanting to recommend this to anybody. So until they can sit there and figure out how to not get the voltages to run away on this thing, I would stay away from the X3D chips. Something about going into performance mode, it's not happy. Oh my God, Automatic Beats, you're hilarious. You are hilarious. And top stories this week, guys. Ethereum's Shapella hard fork executed on mainnet. This allowed users that have staked to unlock their staking rewards. It was not to unlock their staking. That has not happened yet. That was just for the rewards. And a total of 12,859 Ethereum were unlocked and 4,333 withdrawals, according to the block explorer beaconchain.in. And ETH had surpassed the $2,000 price point. So people were kind of getting excited. Bitcoin was going up. Since then, not so much. And FTX, fellas. Yes, FTX is back in the news, guys. They have recovered $7.3 billion in assets. And they will reconsider rebooting the exchange. A comeback for the FTX is on the table, according to the legal team of the bankrupted crypto exchange. In April 12th hearing, FTX's lawyers said that the company had already recovered about $77.3 billion in liquid assets and was considering restarting the crypto exchange operations in the second quarter of 2024, suggesting that a reboot as early as April. After the news broke, FTX token FTT surged over 112%. Meanwhile, in Europe, a Swiss court approved the sale of the firm's European operations. So I wonder if they are now done in Europe. I hope they are. I hope that FTX cannot reopen. Just pay everybody the Bitcoin that they're owed and go away as like the dodo bird. OpenAI finds a refresh support from Japan amid global countrywide bans. Japan is interested in potentially using the technology from artificial intelligence outfit OpenAI the creator of the ChatGPT. Depending on the resolution issues relating to the cybersecurity and privacy, the interest was expressed by Japan's Chief Cabinet Secretary, Horzawa. I'm not even going to butcher this guy's name. I'm going to be respectful of that. So the Japan's Chief Cabinet Secretary, Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, aims to work with Japan to build technology for the country. OpenAI has faced opposition from multiple countries. However, the artificial intelligence race has also accelerated this week with Amazon, Alibaba, and Twitter working on their own AI initiatives. Twitter to launch crypto and stock trading in partnership with eToro. Twitter is reportedly planning to introduce a new feature that lets users trade cryptocurrencies and stocks. This feature will allow users to browse the market charts for a wider variety of financial instruments, as well as purchase or sell crypto and other assets through Twitter's partner fintech firm eToro. Musk had earlier floated the idea of making Twitter a super app, offering users to access to several services in one place. He's onto something there. If everybody can just do everything in one spot, would you turn it off? That's a dangerous little thing, right? Dangerous little thing. MasterCard launches NFT gated musician accelerated program. MasterCard is one of the several traditional finance companies that have ventured into this arena in the most years. Most recently, on April 12th, the company announced its new artist acceleration program, the NFT gated and therefore the only accessible to holders of its MasterCard Music Pass NFT. The NFT is a limited edition and free until the end of the month for both musicians and fans. Created in partnership with Polygon. All right, here. Hacker mints 1 quadrillion YUSDT after exploiting an old Yearn finance contract. Be careful with all that stuff, guys. That DeFi is not the most secure 90% of the time. Crypto exchange Bitrue suffers a $23 million hack due to a hot wallet exploit. This is why we don't leave crypto on exchanges. U.S. court issues summons to Tron's Justin Sun. He's been promoting a lot of scams. We should all know that, right? And last but not least, Texas, guys. Texas voting on disincentivizing crypto mining. Bitcoin advocates rally at Texas state capitol to oppose bill cutting mining incentives. When you target one industry the way they are with this bill, that's bad policy no matter what industry you are targeting, said Satoshi Action Fund CEO Dennis Porter. Roughly 100 people answered a call from the crypto advocacy group Chamber of Digital Commerce, Satoshi Action Fund, and Texas Blockchain Council to show Texas lawmakers that they were against legislation targeting crypto firms. Gathering at the Texas Capitol on April 25th, the crypto enthusiasts, stated lawmakers, industry, and even a few members of Capitol Police met to discuss the possible future of Bitcoin mining in the Lone Star State. Man, I hope this doesn't affect Son of a Tech. The bill passed the Texas Senate Committee on the Business Commerce as well as the full Texas Senate. As of April 24th, the state's House of Representatives had conducted its first of the legislation, whereupon it moved to committee on the state affair. Under the current version of the SB 1751, crypto mining firms participating in a program intended to compensate them for load reduction on the state's power grid through the Electric Reliability Council of Texas would have their incentives capped at 10%. This is the curtailing. So basically, you can go into a program where they'll give you a little bit of a better discount on your electric rate if you're willing to curtail your mining industry, your mining operation. What curtailing means is that they give you a holler and they're like, "Hey, we need you to shut down 90% of what you got going." And then you just go, "Yep, give me a little bit. I have to cool everything down." They give you a little bit of time to do this. They usually give you at least an hour's notice. You just start. You get to the facility, and you stop all the internet to all the miners, and let the fans cool them down up until you have to turn them off. A lot of times you don't even have to turn them all off all the way. Just hold the internet on it and let the mining rig just sit there and cool down with the fans rolling. It's like worst case you got to do is when you reinitialize the internet, you might have to reboot a few of them because it might boot loop on you. Even the ASICs will get grumpy about that one too, fellas. So they're basically wanting to do this. Now, this is not going to, and I've said this before, you cannot just target one industry. So this will target anybody that is using big power that is doing curtailing, because they cannot sit there and do it to just one industry. So this will be also for data centers that are involved with this too. If the bill passes, it could potentially threaten the mining operations for many firms in Texas, a major player in the BTC hash rate. Following this China's crackdown, Riot Platforms, White Rock Management, running mining rigs in Texas, Argo Blockchain sold their facility to Galaxy Digital, and Mawson Infrastructure Group announces plans to sell its Texas subsidiary to a Singapore-based fund manager. So because of this anti-mining bill coming out, there's another company that's going, you know what, we're just going to yeet this. We're done. We're not going to mine there. They don't want our business. There's no point on being there. I think this is a bad move on their part. Crypto mining finds stranded energy. We make use of that stranded energy, and because we're now putting the power company more at fuller capacity, it makes the power cheaper for the residents and the homeowners. So this is like a win-win situation as long as the electric company is willing to pass down the savings to the general population, not the business side of it, but the general population. Hey, we're making extra money over here. We can now drop you down to 10 cents, 10.5 cents per kilowatt hour. Make it cheaper for the people to live. But we know that's not going to happen. But it's like, and I don't understand why why Texas government themselves are getting involved with this. I don't see how what the power company is willing to do for a business has anything to do with any kind of government body. This just seems like a unconstitutional targeting in a particular industry because a few of them don't like it. They're going to push a lot of businesses out of there, and then when these mining companies are disincentivized and they leave Texas, it's going to take less off the grid, but it's not going to fix the idea that one bad winter storm and the windmills don't work. They don't have enough power generation in Texas. And yeah, I don't see what, I don't know what Texas is thinking about doing this. They're gonna kill off jobs in their state. That's what they want. They're gonna get it, and they will quickly regret that out there. And like I was saying, Mawson sells Texas site for $8.5 million ahead of voting on an anti-mining bill. So the Singapore-based fund manager will purchase the Mawson Infrastructure Group Texas subsidiary that said it will participate in the state's energy grid load response program. So later in April 19th, the announcement happened. It arranged the sale of the subsidiary Luna Squares, Texas, to Singapore-based fund manager M. Turning VCC Oracle Phase 1 funding for $8.5 million in cash and stable coins. The CEO, James Manning, said that the sale was conducted as a part of a strategy focused the company's operations in Pennsylvania and reduced its existing debt load. So if it's not going to be profitable enough to go do this, you just get rid of it. It's like, yeet, somebody will pick it up, and they did. So good for them that they got out of Texas. And if they are mining out in Pennsylvania, they might be hooked up to the hydroelectric dam, getting some of that renewable energy resource at a nice discount. Love it. So they'll be leaving Texas as one, unfortunately, and they've already got stage 2 of the Mawson Field Midland, Pennsylvania facility officially online. So good for them. Look at all that beautiful power. Oh, look at all that power. Oh, that is beautiful. I'm so jealous of that switching station behind them. Oh my God. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So this is all hells yeah. So yeah, we're looking at states sitting there shooting themselves in the foot over this one, guys. I don't think this is going to be a very big benefit for Texas in any way, shape, or form. This is going to negatively impact them, especially when businesses leave. It's like, it's America. It's not perfect. Texas, being one of the freer states in the union, not perfect. They still do dumb shit. Just saying. So, yep, Texas can shoot themselves in the foot. Hopefully this doesn't affect Son of a Tech, because I know he lives in Texas area. What up, Tech Man? What up, Crypto Crag? My dude, what's up? So we are at that 1 hour marker, fellas. So definitely smash that Lizardy like button. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. If you guys got any comments or questions, certainly drop those now. Otherwise, spam that chat with that FA, because you guys are rated F for frickin' awesome. Yo. And with that, with you guys being so FA and so awesome, definitely check out the links down below if you haven't done so already. There's a link to the Discords down below. It's free to join. Love to have you be part of the community. We got amazing people there. Just ask some questions if you got any problems, computer related, car wise. I mean, I'm only a master mechanic. I'm an engine builder by trade. And now I'm a level 1 board certified technician. Yo! So cool. So absolutely cool. Oh. And if you guys want to have your rigs hosted at the Family Mine, certainly join the Patreon down below. Get into the pseudo hasher tier, guys. Let's go ahead and make that happen, guys. I want everybody to have their VIP access so that we can sit there and get all of you awesome hashers up in there. Yo. It's like all you guys hopping into the Patreon. It helps me out immensely with what I do for the channel and what I do for the business. Tech Man, why do stock values drop when the EPS is high? Because they just raised interest rates, so the cost of getting new loans is costing the banks more money, which is costing the borrower more money. So everything's the cost of borrowing capital is more expensive. Companies' stocks usually start dropping. Waiting on the contract back with from the electric company. One. Have not gotten that back from them. And then two. Yeah, have not gotten there. And then I'm trying to free up some capital so that I can grab a loan and be able to start paying that while waiting to actually get the facility up and going for the 0.5 megawatt. Once I got the 0.5 megawatt in, we're Gucci. But it's like getting to that point is going to be a bear. So I've got to do this right, or basically the Family Mine's not gonna survive. So yeah, everybody jump into get into the pseudo hasher tier. Join now. That would help out so much. I am just saying. And it gets you your VIP access to the facility, guys. This guarantees that you will be able to put rigs on the shelves. Or if you just want to join the pseudo hasher tier just to help out the facility, it's only 20 or yeah, I think it's like $20 a month. That's cheap. It's cheap. Or no, it's 25. 25. That's right, it's 25. Because of the perk that comes along with it for the facility side of it. Just saying. So the big hang up right now is that I don't have a power. I don't have the power contract yet. As soon as I get that, then I'll be able to sit there and figure out what we're going to do moving forward. Hit you up this week when you get the contract. Certainly, Crypto Crack. Saw what? You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. There was no left-handed vapes here. Every day. Every day, twice on Sunday. So does anybody else have any other comments or questions before I head up out of here? Anything at all? All right, since there's no other, what's for dinner? I have no clue. No clue, dude. That is, I haven't even thought about that. And that's why I need to get out of here. So I have no idea. Beef. Hey, man, what's for dinner? It does not have seed oils and does not come in a box. I'm just saying, if it comes in a box, it's not food, it's a product. I try to eat as natural as possible. You eat better, you think better. Just saying. No, but it's a little weird that we know about it now. It's like I love products. The products taste so good. Yep, they're modified, genetically modified products that are stuffed with sugar, seed oils, and things that just are horrible for your body. Just saying. I swear to God, since I've given up a lot of the food products, my body feels better. I'm just saying. Just saying. GMOs are homies. Oh my God. Puffed and wanted to relax.
Smoke weed every day.
There you go, guys. There you go. So, with that being said, everybody, please smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. There are 11 amazing people in here. There are 6 likes smashed, guys. Let's go ahead and get that number up. Thank you, everybody, for being here. You all rock. And with that being said, peace out. Stay savage. Don't just click off this video. Click off on one of the other videos that YouTube suggests. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Everybody that's been helping and participating, y'all rock. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. May your watts be low and your hash be high. Peace.